Because consent matters, we just want to let you know that this podcast contains topics that may be triggering to some listeners. For a specific detailing of trigger warnings, please pause the episode and see our show notes. This podcast isn't for everyone, so it's probably for you. Hi, I'm Leandra.
And I'm Anastasia. And this is a show about two best friends and our journey through cult recovery.
Join us as we gain perspective, discover our values, tell some stories, and deconstruct the fucked up belief system from whence we came.
Sorry, Mom.
Sorry, Jesus. We are happy to disappoint. All right, so let us begin. Ding dong, ding dong. Christmas bells are ringing. It's that time of year. Happiness and cheer. There was a specific series of words that was like, okay, hang on, that began every Christmas truck event.
Oh, God.
But it's that time of year.
Oh, God, yeah.
Christmas is near.
Yeah.
I can't do it without singing it. Shit.
Christmas is near.
It's in the air. Oh. Love, joy, and care. Okay, I don't think we'll get sued for like those 3 notes.
Sheesh.
It's in the air. Love, joy, and care.
Oh, man. Well, welcome, everybody, to our Christmas truck episode.
The Christmas truck extravaganza in Excelsis Deo. I'm so sorry. We have been trying to prepare for this for some time, getting in the headspace and remembering. And it's been a whole lot of things.
Yeah, we talked about we could just start from the beginning and just say, well, what was the Christmas truck?
This event, what was the Christmas truck? What were we doing? Personally, I still to this day am not entirely sure.
Yeah.
Because we didn't celebrate Christmas.
Right. Us as a church, as a fellowship, did not believe in Christmas and celebrating Christmas, period.
It was a pagan holiday.
Yeah.
It was something that was not for us.
Yeah.
But what kept getting reiterated to us was that it's for the community. It's for the people. It's for the community. And I'm like, okay, but like, it's not anywhere near where we don't drive around it where we live.
Yeah.
You know, like nobody lives over there except one guy. And this might have something to do with it, but who's to say?
Who's to say? It's also near where TLW was. So
which is where the truck was stored, but it was still, here's what I'm going to say. I feel like it was pretty out of the fucking way to get it
for
to
all
the
of us,
dead heart of North Hollywood.
Yeah.
Van Nuys area.
Yeah.
To, that thing had to go on the freeway.
I know.
Were you ever on the back of it when it was on the freeway?
Yes. It was scary.
Yeah. I got to do that a couple times. I was like, What the fuck?
Yeah. Okay, so also, let's
Jumping
explain.
ahead,
Let's
sorry.
explain to the people. So the Christmas truck, the Christmas caroling truck was when did it start?
Okay, so the magical Christmas caroling truck, coincidentally, I'm pretty sure the legend goes that it started right after John died. Because Uncle Icky was like, again, this is how
This is lore.
this is the legends, yeah, because who knows?
Yeah.
Who knows? I know somebody knows, and I'm sure you'll tell us.
Please
do.
Please do.
But what we always heard growing up was, it was because Uncle Icky was grieving John's death. And he decided, let's just get everybody together, get in the back of a garbage truck. I don't know where they got a garbage truck or why a garbage truck was the idea. But it was like a garbage truck and they covered it in tinsel.
I thought it was
and
like a flatbed.
It might have been.
Okay.
I heard garbage truck at some point.
Yeah.
Like it may, again, this
Who
is
knows?
the urban
it's the
legends.
lore. Yeah.
Yeah, they get a truck, they cover it in tinsel, they put some like railing on it, and then they go out. I've seen pictures. It's like 20 dudes or some shit, maybe fewer, maybe give or take some dudes. I don't know.
My dad was there.
Yeah, your dad was there. So everyone goes out and they do this thing, and they apparently go caroling.
Yeah.
Apparently they take this truck caroling, and
they put a band on the back.
Yeah,
so
there was
like,
a live band on like
band
a flatbed
on the back of a truck, and people were singing like caroling with a live band, driving around North Hollywood and Burbank area.
Yeah, and the Toluca Lake area.
And Toluca Lake specifically, yes, correct.
And the truck remained in that vicinity for most of its. I think all of its. I think the furthest it ever went was like Disney Studios.
Yeah, but still Burbank.
It got to go and it was.
We did do that.
My mom hooked that up.
Wow.
Yeah.
I forgot we were on the Disney lot. That's
we got to,
crazy.
Yeah, brought the Christmas truck to the Disney lot. It was in a movie. Dear God or Dear Margaret.
Dear God, Dear Margaret.
I don't know.
If that's not the name of it,
They took it to like Malibu or
I'm
something
gonna make that movie.
to film. I remember they took it to some beach cove area and like the movie was indeed Dear God. Directed by Gary Marshall. Starring Greg Kinnear.
Incredible.
We drove the truck to Topanga Canyon Beach and had to get it like through the canyon and get it through a bunch of stuff to go film on a beach. I was a small child and have vague memories of this event.
That's crazy.
This was a big Christmas event. It eventually, it started as the flatbed truck and some sad guys.
And by the time we were done, I think we were on year 35.
Yeah, something like that.
Something like that. I don't remember when officially
I think
what was the last year, but and I mean it was 2017 was the last year that I did it.
Same.
But I don't know. I think it was like 34, 35, something like that years. And then eventually it was upgraded to not just
some guys singing on the back of a truck.
Yeah, but it was a 18-wheeler.
Uh-huh.
Basically, it was a semi that
big. Well, as the song told us, these trucks have sleepers and they're 40 foot long, and I stand on the back while I rap this song. That was the Santa rap. Sheesh. Okay, ding dong, ding dong. Christmas bells are ringing. Here we are. Still thinking about the Christmas truck. Okay, we're about to dive in. We're about to go forth.
So let's
forth.
Really quickly. I think maybe we can explain the parade, like the actual top to bottom parade, and then we can just go back and be like, this is where we started.
Yeah, the lineup got more extravagant as the years went on. There were more vehicles and spectacles added to the parade. As time went on.
Yes.
And so it started with a truck. They would rent a semi every year, rent a big cab, and we had a couple dudes in our church, maybe mostly one dude. Our buddy's a good dude, as he was a good dude. The driver is a truck driver. Could get that cab and trailer in and out of anywhere. Like, it was wild. Like, kudos to our truck drivers.
To the tiny streets that no one moved their cars, so it was
Toluca fucking
Toluca
Lake. Yeah.
Getting them in between, squeezing through all these cars and setting off the alarms.
Okay, so this
because it was so loud.
I'm immediately getting ahead of myself because, like, well, we'll get to the but we'll get through the lineup
putting
really
up
quick.
Pictures too, so you'll be able to see.
There was the truck, the cab, the flatbed that was eventually a large structure that held lots of people and carolers. It was all mic'd up. There was a state-of-the-art sound system all in it. It was crazy, very loud, a lot of lights. And then behind the truck were the dancers, and there was like, we had rows and rows of dancers. Stasia and I were both dancers. I started when I was 11 and I stopped when I was 25.
Yeah.
Right before I turned 26 was the last time I danced. So yeah.
Yeah. I was doing it till I was 24 and I started at 12. So yeah.
Then I've been,
But before that, we were doing other things at the truck, like
we did
passing out candy canes and stuff.
We had other roles.
We had different jobs.
The dancers just was, that took up most of the years. So dancers, rows of dancers. Then behind the dancers is Santa's sleigh. It's this big choo-choo train that it was like toot toot choo choo. Did choo choo.
My dad usually drove that.
Your dad drove the choo choo,
and it
was
so sore in the morning because it was manual steering. So he would have to like
heave, brother.
Yeah, he was like buff the next day.
Dude, yeah. And we always had a Santa after a certain point. It evolved over time, but by the time I was having memories, there was a Santa.
Yeah.
And then behind Santa's sleigh, you've got the RV.
Mm-hmm.
This was where Gary and Marilyn and all the fancy Richie Richardtons would go have a shot and lay back,
drink some
and
wine, have their charcuterie, have their nice little private RV bathroom.
Yeah. Oh God, the bathroom.
Because there is a bathroom on the truck, ladies and gentlemen, and it was fucking disgusting.
There was a porta potty, like a little porta john hole in the back of the truck.
Oh, remember when somebody lost their phone in there?
Yeah, shout out. You know who you are.
You know who you are.
And
I'm still
our
so
condolences,
sorry, and I'll never forget
it. Oh man,
so gross.
God,
anyway, porta potty on the actual truck.
So like, the route from the time I was pretty young was a steady 11 miles on Christmas Eve.
H Salt Fish and Chips.
From H Salt Fish and Chips to H Salt Fish and Chips.
Right back to H Salt Fish and Chips. After 11 miles.
Yeah, it was on this three-way, this really obnoxious three-way intersection in Los Angeles. The Californians.
We took the 170 and to get there.
We did. You did take the 170 to get there. And then dropped you off, and you take a left, and bam, H Salt Fish and Chips. So 11 miles of this parade, and it was through residential streets and through some commercial areas, and then some like big busy streets that were like, it's Christmas Eve. This is a major throughway in Los Angeles. And there's guys with candy cane stripe barriers on bicycles in red jackets telling people not to go through a light on Christmas Eve.
Yeah. Sometimes we'd have cops.
Sometimes we had cops with us. Sometimes we didn't. That was later. Cops was later, I think.
It was later.
And like, machi.
Also, like when we were doing open houses and stuff like that.
There were other events that were not on Christmas Eve. That were like over on Riverside in front of like Priscilla's Coffee and like Timmy Nolan's and like Patty's and like all the way down that street. Love that street. But we used to do the Burbank tree lighting, the downtown Burbank tree lighting ceremony, usually on like December 5th or 1st.
Yeah.
So preparations for this started well before Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
So yeah, like that's just kind of the like overview.
Did we finish the rundown of
there was another. Behind the RV, then you get your van. It used to be a big white van, super chill and not suspicious at all. It was like, dude, that van, I can still smell that fucking van.
Ew.
The diesel, like.
Yeah. Oh, I thought you meant the van. Inside of the van, and I was like, that's gross.
So yeah, there was a van that eventually was replaced by the Suburban.
Yeah.
Which was also used to cart the head pastors around. They would use it to drive to Shiloh, and they would use it for their, we're going to go take a little vacation. Let's take the Suburban. Yeah, the Suburban was a recreational vehicle, except for at Christmas Truck when it was semi-functional, ?
So we took up all of these things.
Dude, that was like a whole city block.
We took up an entire city block. And that's not to mention the hordes of people who are just following the truck.
Yeah.
And our Frosty, and at one point our Rudolph.
Oh, yeah. We had a Frosty suit. The Frosty suit is legend.
Yeah.
Anyone who had to be in that Frosty suit, my
I'm
condolences.
Sorry. I'm so
Once
sorry.
again, you know who you are.
How stinky for you.
Hats off to you.
Yeah.
And, oh God. No, like, oh God. What, like,
and
I just,
sweaty.
The sweat. Yeah, like those
so
suits.
Hot.
You're dancing in a big, heavy sweatsuit for 11 miles, and sometimes you get to take a pee break, but that's about it because everyone's there to see fucking Frosty.
Yeah.
You know?
Everyone goes nuts for Frosty.
Everyone went crazy for Frosty. They redid his costume. I think what happened was we lost Rudolph when the original Frosty costume died as well.
Got it.
Because they were just like,
they were like
wrecked.
A pair.
They were just old and wrecked.
Got it.
But I think they couldn't redo the Rudolph costume as easily, but they were able to
recreate
the Frosty. Yeah. Okay. Reupholster Frosty. I don't know. I think it was. Like, I don't know.
Reupholster Frosty. Yeah.
Yeah. So all of the work that went into creating this was free labor.
Yes. And, like you were saying, it started
well before Thanksgiving.
Well before Thanksgiving. Yeah. I'm going to go with even late October.
Sometimes.
Depending on
how big
open
of
houses.
To do and open houses.
If we had to get it prepared super early,
then we would start,
start
a couple
like
months
October.
ahead. Yeah. And that was crazy because October sometimes we'd also have Halloween house going on.
And every year there would be a feast.
And the feast. Yeah, we celebrated all of the Jewish feasts as we've stated before, but we'll continue to state for context because
yeah.
What was that?
Because what was that?
But yeah, so Christmas truck,
that was it was like Tabernacles, Halloween, Christmas truck, all right smashed.
And sometimes not quite in that order. Sometimes but yeah, like all the chaos all the time. Keep them busy.
Keep them busy.
Christmas truck start preparations are a truly monumental effort. Like the amount of departments that had to, like the sub departments that formed for Christmas truck time, because like a lot of the times, like everybody had a department that they worked in, wherever you volunteered, the thing that your aptitude allowed you to do, or whatever. Like, I got kicked out of every department, but
I got kicked out of a lot, but
but like, so then these sub departments would form, but the regular departments had to keep running while all these things were going on. And again, like feast services meant like cranking up the amount of recordings that were being reproduced and like shipped out and like edited and all this stuff. So like,
and crank up the services that we were having.
The amount of service, the number of services is higher. Yeah. And Halloween would be a thing, and then you start. So yeah, we've got. Let's remember some of these. So you had like the art department, which we'll get into this because there's some lore with the art department.
Yeah.
Some tragedy in the art department
for sure.
There was the security detail that had they did a lot of, like, the security department or like group, they were the guys with the candy stripe barriers, and It was
And
a
the
mag
bikes.
light with a little orange cone on the top that they would like wave and with their Santa hats.
Yep, and the
Yeah.
Santa hats.
Yeah. My dad was security homie. One of my favorite phrases that I don't know if he actually uttered, but it was quoted to me as deploy the choo-choo. And I'm pretty sure, so, like, whether or not he actually said that, that was kind of his vibe. He took this very seriously. Like, it was people's lives, and that was right to take seriously, but also, like, deploy the choo-choo.
Deploy the choo-choo.
So, yeah, security was a whole thing. There was a lot of people involved with that. There was the dancers.
Yeah.
There was rehearsals that started long before the date. Hours and hours and hours. And then there was the costuming department.
Mm-hmm.
There was the
electrical lighting.
The lighting guys.
Fucking lighting guys, the video guys.
The sound guys. The audio dudes, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It was
the actual carolers and getting all of them organized.
There were special select carolers who were
in the live room.
Who were, selected every year to be in the rooms or like in the sections of this structure of the semi, the actual Christmas truck itself. There were live mics in a few rooms, and so they had their like special worshipers, like the people who they're like, we can rely on you to keep a tune and remain smiling for 6.5 hours. Good luck. And we did have
Smile
those.
And wave, boys.
Smile and wave, boys. That was the whole thing.
That was the whole thing.
We're trying to give the whole broad overview of all these things before we dive into any details on the hell of it all. But like,
yeah. I'm glad we're talking about all of the departments too, because it's like there's so much volunteer labor that made this thing run. The people had to get fed.
I was gonna say the people who cooked dinners.
Yeah. Because we started with work nights. So work nights, like you're saying, started like November-ish. Early,
at the latest.
At the very latest, early November. And we would be printing out flyers. And folding all the flyers and then delivering all the flyers. We did that. Not just us, but like a group of people would do it every year.
They would break it up into groups. They'd be like, all right, you guys take these 3 blocks, you guys take these 5 blocks, you guys are this team, you guys handle this area, and then go meet up with this team over in this neighborhood. And
it's illegal to put them inside somebody's mailbox, so don't do that. So take all of these rubber bands and tie the flyers to their doorknobs because that's legal.
Rubber band. They told us to ignore no soliciting signs because they would assure us that we were not solicitors.
Even though, what do you think asking for donations is?
Well, yeah, and they'd be like, the community is happy to donate to us. They're calling all year long trying to donate to us.
It's like maybe a couple people.
But I did phones. I sat at that front desk for so long.
I never got that call.
I think I never got that call, but I definitely got like one call a year about the Christmas truck. Oh, is this the magical Christmas caroling truck? Yes, it is.
Yes, it is.
Are you guys gonna happen this year? Yes.
Still yes.
Okay, that's all. I just wanted to make sure before I made my holiday plans. Okay, bye.
Yeah.
Okay, bye.
Okay,
and it's like,
so like this was such a tradition.
The community did look forward to it because it was a huge event.
It was. And it was such a
quite
tradition.
A hoopla.
That people, like she was saying, people would plan their holidays around it and their holiday parties around it. So when people were outside waiting for the Christmas truck in their holiday outfits with their booze and their kids and their, remember that one house that always had, because this was like a wealthy
there was
neighborhood.
A house that there was this was a star-studded neighborhood.
Yeah, star-studded neighborhood. So like John Wayne's house was in this area and like shit like that. But anyway,
SpongeBob,
that one house that every year had the snow.
Yeah. One house had snow carted in every year.
Yep. And
there would be kids sledding down a snow hill.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm pretty sure that house was in some Gilmore Girl episodes now that I've watched it for the first time. There's a lot of things that was connected to our cult in Gilmore Girls. Yeah. But That's a completely different podcast that was probably not going to be this one that I'll start at a later date.
I didn't know about your Gilmore Girls podcast.
I didn't either. I just got there live from New York. It's my Gilmore Girls podcast. Because I just watched it as an adult. No, okay, I'm not going to talk about it. Anyway, Christmas.
So the
this
flyers.
This house was definitely in an episode of Gilmore Girls, though. The house that had the snow every year.
Yeah.
And like we would so we were passing out flyers, rubber banding them to people's doors and gates.
Mm-hmm.
And like they would be like, if you hear dogs barking, don't worry, just put it on people's doors. And so like I remember being so mortified and terrified every time I had to walk up to someone's door. I'd be like, can I be the guy who like holds them and then like the people I'm with go up to the door? Because like I've like, this is my personal thing, but like I had I have a lifetime of being told that people want to snatch you and kidnap you and will disappear you behind a doorway or from behind a car or from like whatever. You're going to get kidnapped at Disneyland. I was being like, you want me to walk up to a stranger's front door? And like, this looks like some of the houses were like really nice. And then some of them were like, this resident has clearly been here for over 40 years and they cannot they can't tend their yard or their lawn. And like,
and some of them were shitty apartment buildings in fucking scary little areas. Like some of them were like little like the houses on the cul-de-sacs those were always nice.
Yeah,
but like there was like apartments in North Hollywood we would drive by that
were
was
like, go inside, wait till someone can buzz you in,
and go inside. And I was like, Jesus Christ, like that's what was scary to me.
Yeah, the apartment hallways were scary too. I just remember like the long, like a long walkway to a dark front door.
Yes.
Like that, it was a very, like there were a lot of those.
Yeah.
It was not the best experience. And everyone's like, okay, but like fucking Flyer Day was a fucking event in and of itself.
And
it was like often on a Saturday or if we were unlucky, a Sunday after church.
Oh, that was the fucking worst.
But depending, because it all depended on when the flyer got approved.
Yep.
Like, oh, is the flyer approved? Once it's approved, then we can print it.
Mm-hmm.
And then printing takes time and then folding takes time. And so like we'd have a folding party and then often the next, like usually the folding party would be during the week and then the Saturday, Sunday would be the days we delivered.
Yeah.
And then every Tuesday, sometimes Wednesday, but not usually because they wanted people to go to church.
Mm-hmm.
Thursday, Saturday, and sometimes Sunday after church, those days were now Christmas truck days.
Yep.
For the rest of the year or at least until Christmas Eve. And so, okay, here we are. I think that's like the overview of what...
Of like leading up to it.
Yeah, like leading up to everything.
So work nights are
work nights
also...
were a whole thing.
Yeah, that was just the flyers, but like work nights... Putting the truck together.
Okay. So
decorating the truck.
The tree trimming. The tree trimming that went into... So yeah, like a lot of the security team guys would go ahead.
Fuck the tree trimming.
And they would measure all of the route like a week before the first event. And then they would go trim trees.
Yeah.
And like go take a truck and a fucking big tree cutter and like 6 guys, like 2 adult men and often like 3 to 5 teenagers, or people in their like early 20s, and then trim, make sure that the highest point of the truck can pass under this place.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
And that still didn't stop the truck from getting stuck on the route and like, oh, we gotta stop, the truck stuck on a fucking branch.
Oh, God, yeah.
Okay.
Tight turns, having to back up, having to go...
Austin Powersing it out of a fucking cul-de-sac. Yeah.
Like, why did we do this? Why did we go this way? Oh, God.
The route was very carefully planned.
Yeah. Well, because, again, houses that it passed,
The people who were expecting it.
they were like, where's... I remember it was a huge deal when we changed the route.
Yeah.
I remember it being a huge deal because people were pissed that we weren't coming by their houses.
And it's like, oh, we're just a block over. But they're like, but it's not in front of my house.
But I invited people over for this.
Yeah. Sorry.
So, not my problem.
It was all free
Don't
labor.
yell at me about it.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Yeah. So, okay, tree trimming. Forgot about that. And then, dance rehearsals.
Okay. So we kind of touched on a little bit of the dancing, the Broadway of it all.
Yeah.
in our episode with Charity in our first season. But like these dance rehearsals were like 2 hours long minimum. And it was, you're going to get it till you get it.
Yeah.
Like,
and we run through the entire
playlist every like once a week.
Yeah.
Sometimes twice. Like, usually like Thursdays and Saturdays was dance rehearsal, and Saturdays was a long day.
Yeah.
Sometimes Tuesday nights too, if it was getting...
I was going to say,
dire.
I remember it being like Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday.
Yeah, I think you're right.
I think it was Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday for like all of November, December.
Wow. Yeah, okay. That tracks.
Yeah, and you had to like... Yeah.
So new I remember when I showed up when I was 11, and the Hawaiian Tyrant was who was in charge of dancing then, as well as the Shiloh shows.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember being like, I was already in her dance classes, so I was like, I'm ready for this.
Yeah.
I know what I'm doing. And I just remember being like, I would get so tired. Like, I was just like, man, this is great. I love this. And then I would go home and just like crash.
Yeah.
And then I got to go to school the next day.
Uh-huh.
You're like, okay, whatever. And like, sure, people do this stuff all the time, but like, I don't know. Like,
but Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, grueling rehearsal for an 11-year-old.
That's true. It was very
a 12-year-old, a 13-year-old. Like, we did it.
It kept getting like,
the whole time.
Yeah. And like, I kept watching younger girls like come in as I was getting older, and like seeing all these little kids. And I'm like, dude, like, are they okay? Like, and every single one of them, just like I was ecstatic to be there.
Yeah.
Because it was
a rite of
honor.
passage.
Yeah, it was a rite of passage.
It was a rite of passage. Like,
precisely.
For a young girl, especially in LA, but even in San Diego, I feel like there was a lot of girls that came up to LA to be a dancer.
To be a dancer.
To be a dancer.
Yeah, so I was 11 when I started dancing, and it was also the time that they had just recorded a bunch of new songs. Like, we'd just gotten a big batch of new songs. So this was 2003.
And are these ones that Uncle Icky wrote?
Several of them were songs that he wrote, and several of them were some classics. Like, It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas.
Right,
and,
okay.
Like, just songs that weren't in the rotation before.
Right, yeah.
And also a big medley was like a big deal.
Yes.
And so
I remember when we got Feliz Navidad.
Oh yeah. Prospero año y felicidad. Yeah. So there was a bunch of new choreography.
Yes.
And so like this was like, oh man, it felt cool. Like, again, not to validate anything that not to validate any creative choice of Uncle Icky's. Because he sure shit on a lot of mine. So it was like really exciting. We got to do this like hip hop dance. And like, yeah, I had been doing her dance classes. So I was like, oh, I actually know all these moves already. And then I'd go home and practice for hours. Because I was like, I've gotta nail this on Christmas Eve, you know? And so like, and then
there was high pressure for sure.
There was a high pressure. And I was one of the people small enough at the time. I was still wee enough that they were like, we'll lift you on someone's shoulder at this part where we're going to do this choreography that really doesn't work when a truck is moving forward.
Yeah.
It works in rehearsal when you're standing still in a warehouse, but if you have to move a circle, so like it was, everyone put an arm on each other's shoulders and formed a circle around a dude who would lift a small human onto their shoulders, and then that would be, and then like I would wave. I'd be like, wee-hee, I'm up here waving, and as everyone does like a circle around me. But like somehow the timing, whenever this song came on at an event, it was where they placed it in the playlist. I don't know, man. Like it was always like this intersection. And you're like sprinting.
I remember that.
It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. And you're just like taking off. See, and then sometimes the Hawaiian Tyrant would be on the back of the truck like scowling because we weren't doing the choreography. We were running for our lives. Sometimes we'd actually get to do it, but it would still be in motion, and like these forward moving circles just did not work. And I'm just getting lifted and dropped repeatedly. And then somebody else had to go through that later. So this was that was a big year. It was a big deal. I was very like, oh wow, I'm in. Like I did something cool. I'm part of the dance crew. I'm part of this thing. They're gonna treat me better now. They're gonna really like me. They're gonna no, that's not how that happened. But in the next year, I remember being really excited because we still have all the new songs, but there's new dancers who are gonna have to learn the songs. And I'm like, well, I'm one of the youngest dancers and I already know all the moves. Do you know the moves? Like it was, I don't know. I had to cling to whatever pride I could scrape up. And so like, that was like, I was like, I know the moves. The problem with that now, as we've talked about, is muscle memory is a real thing.
Yeah, I can still do all of those dances.
I'll be walking through a fucking CVS.
Yeah.
And, God, Jingle Bell Rock will come on and I am possessed and I start dancing through the aisles involuntarily. Like, yeah. And then I have to stop myself. And then I'm like, what just happened?
My partner is like, why do you hate Christmas music? Like, what's the problem? And I'm like, because I literally cannot control my body. Because I cannot control my body when it comes on and I look like a fool.
You're making me look like a fool. Dude, fully. Like, even like Bing Crosby's I'm Dreaming of a White Christmas, I do a little shuffle.
Step touch. Yep,
I do a little step touch. Yeah,
step
exactly.
Touch shuffle. Yep.
Thank you. And then Oh Christmas Tree is oh 1 2 step. Oh, step, step, step. Like it's a little.
It's so stupid because then you end up like 20 miles this way and the truck's over here, but that's fine.
Yeah, the diagonal.
You don't ever go back. How does that work?
The step this way, you were supposed to like lunge back the direction. I don't know. Like it was a diagonal dance.
It was silly.
I don't need to critique the choreography.
I will.
Just kidding. Again, I was just happy to be there.
I will, to the degree that it was a Broadway level production running behind a Christmas truck for 11 miles.
Yeah, we were.
I just don't like
keep up.
Yeah, yes, it was fun because I am a performer and I got to just be a fucking star. But that doesn't mean it wasn't incredibly painful.
It hurt.
And traumatizing in other ways.
Was a lot. Okay. Yeah. So we're getting a little ahead of ourselves, but we're not. We're right on track. Deploy the choo-choo. We're here. So, okay, the dancing was a big deal. Like, there were some staple dancers who were like, these are the people who know the moves. They'll tell you the moves. And I'd always be like, am I one of those people? And then my time would be like, no. And I'd be like, okay. No, never mind me. And then, so the truck itself was like hand painted and hand decorated and like this. It was a spectacle. It was a very impressive thing. And like, this art was done by like 3 people. And this is the art department tragedy. So like, we're back in time. One of those people in the mid-90s, there was an accident, and while preparing the cab, putting the art on the cab, one of these artists fell and was injured and eventually died from that injury.
Yeah.
And like, that was our friend and our friend's parent.
Yeah.
Like this person meant a lot to a lot of people.
And yeah, I was going to say it meant a lot to the community.
It was a huge part.
It was a huge blow to the community, and especially that year, of course, they were one of 3 people in the art department who created this magical truck.
The thing that everyone saw every year. You know? And like, it was, so this person's art was on the truck forever.
Mm-hmm.
And like, it was always like, as a kid, it always like, I never understood why people didn't talk about it more. Like, because it really like, it wasn't someone I was related to, but like, it was really upsetting to me. I was very young, but it was really upsetting to me because I knew this person. And like,
and it was a tragedy at a place that felt
it was supposed to be the fun place.
It was supposed to be the fun,
it was at TLW
place. And it was, I could see how that would be a hard reality for you when so young.
Yeah, but like, and for everybody there, like, it was crazy. But the rest of the art department drew a little portrait of him inside the truck as an angel.
Yeah, I remember.
And it was like, I'd go out there sometimes. I remember like as an adult or like as a teen, like later, it was like like a decade or more later, I'd go out there because the truck would just sit in the alley at TLW, and I'd go out there and I'd sneak onto the truck and I'd go talk to the portrait of the angel.
Yeah.
Because I'd be like, hey, I don't know. I was like, I a lot of the time like at TLW, it was really easy to feel like no one's listening and like you're alone, and like, and so it was like, oh, like the magical Christmas caroling truck time was supposed to be, it was like this thing was supposed to be magical.
Yeah.
Even though we didn't believe in Christmas and there's nothing special about it, and there was no good that it did anybody ever except
Christmas,
for the community. Yeah, it was like it's for everyone else, not for you.
Yeah.
Was the like vibe.
Yes, it was very much, we are serving the community.
Yeah, but like all year long, it'd be full of spiders and sitting in an alleyway in North Hollywood.
Yep.
And like, you'd get in trouble if you got caught on the thing, but we would all the kids, we'd totally sneak out there and like go hide and go sneak and sit in this weird little maze, this like candy colored maze.
Yeah.
With all these like stuffed animals and like presents and things all on the sides, and like
the beautiful art.
It
was magical. It was very cozy little spot and there was all these little the way it was built, I mean, it was all plywood. Not plywood,
like,
but it was like, but
like 2x4s and plywood.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So there was all these little like, if you're small enough, we were kids when we were doing it and crawling around in there, but we could like fit in and like hide so we couldn't be found.
And there was like carpet nails like sticking up and like, it was not a
so
safe
dangerous
environment. And they drove that thing on the fucking freeway. Like, I'm still not over it. I'm still like, that thing didn't rattle apart is impressive to me.
Because they went fucking 40 on the freeway.
That's fair. Still 40 with that thing. Damn.
That's true.
No, it was there was
moving.
It was constant maintenance every year, constant repairs. But anyway, like it seems like it started, like I just always go back to the weird lore that it started as an event to cope with grief in one way or another, and it was kind of perpetually surrounded by grief in some form. And like,
yeah,
there was,
as holidays are wont to do anyway.
Yeah.
But, yeah, absolutely.
But like, it was not allowed to be acknowledged.
Correct.
We weren't allowed to acknowledge the grief. It was like, we're doing this to escape the grief, ? Or like, come on, everybody, like, happy, it's Christmas time. Like, you better smile, like, smile and wave, boys. Like, that was the priority. It was all about what we could project.
Yeah.
The image we could project. Again, like, they started to finally say it in like church. They'd be like, oh yeah, like, we really want to minister to the community. We want to bless the community.
Yeah.
And like, like by the 2000s, when they had their like, I want to be mean right now.
What?
I want to say like in the later 2000s, as they started to get their heads out of their asses, or maybe they were going further up. I'm not sure, but like I remember at some point from the pulpit it being quoted like, depression rates around the holidays are higher. I'm like, where the fuck did you learn that? Like, depression who? Like, when did you ever? Like, when did we ever get to hear about depression or acknowledge depression? But like, there were testimonies of people who would say that, oh, the Christmas truck coming by, again, maybe this is urban legend, maybe this is stories that they told that wasn't like true, but like maybe it was true, but like people would come out of their dark, scary like apartments on Christmas Eve and be like, man, I was gonna do something bad tonight, and you guys singing really just turned it around for me.
Yeah, I don't know if that. I feel like there were some people. This is actually a really good time to say, please write in with your Christmas truck stories.
Oh yeah.
If you have them, because I think there was a few different people who would walk with the truck.
Yeah.
That would hear those stories, or like be with the truck, like clearly with the truck, either a mouse or a candy cane giver outer or whatever, and they would be hearing those stories you're talking about sometimes.
Yeah.
So if you did hear those stories, please write in, or if you have a horror story, Christmas truck horror story,
or like anything
just
weird.
A weird experience.
And again, like if it was meaningful, that's cool too.
Yeah, we want to hear all of it.
I don't know. As much as I do not condone the organizers or the means and the way that event was played out, like, it was something that we put a ton of our energy into.
Yeah.
And I would love for there have to been good things about it. Like, I remember seeing on the Oops little segment that they did on the Christmas truck, Oops, I'm in a Cult.
Yeah.
There were people that were like, this means everything to us.
Yeah.
Like, where's our Christmas truck? Like, this is everything. And I remember at the time when I watched it, I was in a pretty like messed up headspace, but I was like, I'm sorry that this meant something to you, but like, this was crazy to me. Like, this was like the guy who had a wife farm over at the school, and whose mommy was in charge, and who told me some really inappropriate things about my body and my future and whatever. That's the mind that like created this thing. And I'm always like, oh no, but it's like, no, this one guy had an idea and then everybody else made it happen.
Yeah.
Because this thing would not have come together if it were not for, as we are laboring to tell you over these hours, so much work. So much work.
Yeah.
But by so many people.
Yeah. All of, like we said before, all of it was volunteer work, and it was the thing of the thing of the season.
Yeah.
And so the other thing I want to say is like other people's holidays.
Yeah.
Our holidays or our family times, like, we didn't really do that.
No. The next day was always spent recovering.
The next day was spent in a fucking Epsom salt bath.
Yeah. If you're lucky.
If you're lucky. Yeah. Like, you're fucking...
If you're not working the next day.
Yeah.
Or like if you're not... Because like, okay, Again,
Christmas Day, did they?
sometimes there was workday Christmas Day, but
I don't remember
usually
that.
it was a night of.
If we're talking about what this truck meant,
Yeah.
and if we're talking about all of the work that was put into it, all of those volunteers were not spending time with their families.
Exactly.
We're not spending time with their children and their
Exactly.
brothers and sisters. Like, that is my point.
And that's the feeling. Yeah, exactly. That is, I think that was the point. Christmas is not for you.
Right.
Yeah, like you get to do this for everybody, but you don't get to sit back and like enjoy it. But they would throw us an exclusive bone
Yeah.
every year. Not every year, but like most years.
Most years, and certainly not everybody. Yeah, very exclusive, like you're saying.
There would be a Christmas party at Uncle Icky's house.
Yes.
For select cast and crew.
Yep.
Of the Christmas truck. And also like whatever cool famous person that he knew or that someone recently knew or brought it, you know, like he would always have some like special guest, like, oh, like tonight it's this guy, and you're like, who the fuck? And then like,
why do I care?
Yeah, and then sometimes it'd be like, oh, it's this lady, and you're like, oh, that's actually pretty cool. This is cool to meet you. Wow, like, okay. And then,
but those were drinking and groping parties.
Those were drinking and groping parties. Yeah, and so but like, here's the problem. Like, that was another event that was like, it was so exclusive.
Yes.
There was hundreds of people there, but it was so exclusive.
Yes.
And like,
not all the dancers would be invited.
Mm-hmm.
Not all the crew and security would be invited.
Correct.
Not all of the singers and carolers would be invited. Like, it seriously was like shoehorned into specials only.
Yeah.
And if you were on that list and you weren't in the upper echelon, you were likely just there to work.
If you were like, yeah, exactly. Like, I was there to work.
Yeah.
Never did I ever not do dishes.
Yeah.
At a Christmas party.
Yeah.
At a Uncle Icky Christmas party.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like, the Christmas party itself was an event within the events, within the events, within the events.
Mm-hmm.
Huh. 'Cause like, oh man, yeah, there was like, okay, shout out to the dude who made the eggnog every year.
Yeah, that was some good fucking eggnog.
Love you. Best eggnog. Best eggnog ever.
Good eggnog, dude.
Yeah, like,
got me pretty fucked up a few times.
Oh yeah. The problem was we were definitely like, I was definitely given alcohol way too young at those parties.
They were always fancy
They
parties.
Were fancy parties.
Like, you're supposed to dress up.
You wore your furs to the party.
Yeah. I was always shamed for what I wore to the party. Didn't matter.
Yeah.
Didn't matter if it was the turtliest turtleneck.
Turtle.
Or what, there's always something.
That is the curse of tits.
Yeah.
Like, if you have
and
tits,
a waist and an ass, it's
like,
just all of it. It's just, yeah.
I didn't choose this form.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah, like I got the you're not slutty enough. Like, oh, you can feel free to dress up a little. I'm like, I thought I did.
Yeah.
They were like, we don't like your fucking we don't like your young Frankenstein platform shoes. We don't like this.
God. Yeah, it really was not slutty enough or too slutty.
Whatever it was, you're not good enough.
Yeah. Yep. But yeah, it was a party that everyone would dress up.
They were on par for the course, a debaucha party. Like, debauchery abounded.
Totally.
Just like at every Rayan party,
always
other
cigar smoke filling the air.
Oh yeah.
Lots of whiskey being passed around.
Barbecue. It was like always big
and
meat.
Wine. Yep.
And like some form of potluck. I remember I always tried to get to the deviled eggs before they were gone.
Nice.
At the party.
Nice. I don't ever remember eating.
There was some key items that like certain people would bring, because again, I was there to do dishes almost every time.
Yeah, you were right next to the food the whole night because you were doing dishes.
And I was there 4 hours ahead, helping
and
clean
stayed
to
late,
set up, and then
4
stayed
hours
late
later
to clean up.
Probably to clean
Yeah,
up. Yeah,
100%. Yeah, and like sometimes the Christmas party would conflict with like later in my like teen years, the Christmas party, Uncle Icky's Christmas party would conflict with like a young adult party event. And I would be like not allowed to go to the party with my friends. I had to go to the adult party.
yeah.
And I don't know. That was always like a weird conflict of like, well, I don't know. I have to do dishes and like these guys are going to play fucking Mario Kart.
Yeah.
Like what? Like, oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, those parties.
It was an event again.
Yeah.
So much cleaning and decoration went into that shit, and like for free. Like the church bought some stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was often very cold.
Yeah.
Not like very cold, but like cold for
LA
Los
cold.
Angeles. Yeah.
There was usually a fire out front.
Oh yeah, the fire pit was where stuff went down.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm trying to like piece a coherent narrative for you together in my head of what happened at these parties, but like it's all flashes. It's all flashes of like the front yard with a fountain and a fireplace and
a tree.
Then like you'd walk through the living room where there was like the Christmas truck reel was playing on the big TV. And then you go into the living room or the dining room. Yeah, from the living room to the dining room, which is a very small house. And then like you don't really go in the back area unless you're certain people. And then however, Coates went in Uncle Icky's bed. Yeah, Coates went on Uncle Icky's bed. And then you could walk out to the pool through the kitchen or from the front yard. But they usually didn't have too much going on by the pool. Like they staged stuff back there often. Like the party was in the front and in the house mostly.
I was gonna say that's where a lot of the cooking went on too, because that's where the
side yard was where the barbecues went. Yeah, and like again, not that everybody needs this layout, but it's just how we remember it. And then a lot of it, I spent a ton of time. I spent at least 4 hours of the party in the kitchen.
Yeah. It's interesting the way that we had such different experiences with it, because like I was only invited to things because I was the Carol of it all.
Yeah.
And like not
Carol's
only, but like only. And and it was just interesting how like we had such similar but separate experiences at everything, because it felt like we were together but like we weren't.
No. Yeah, we didn't get to spend a lot of time together even though we were in the same location.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm just remembering being like, oh, I get to be with Leandra for 10 minutes. And
now you're now assigned to this group of younger girls that you're going to go chaperone over here, Anastasia, and Leandra get back to the kitchen.
Yep. Yeah, totally.
My mom did dishes. A lot of moms did dishes.
Mm-hmm.
I salute the moms that did dishes.
Yeah.
And the non-moms that did dishes. Yeah, the people everybody who did the dishes. We was in it. We was there.
Yeah.
Man. Yeah. Also, okay. So this is a little bit of an aside, but it's on the Christmas party and relationships.
Oh, okay. Real quick, I was going to say there was also a because Uncle Icky's house was on the route.
It was on the Christmas truck route.
On the Christmas truck route.
Route. However you say it, we'll say it both ways.
It was, but it was on the way. So we would also, sometimes there would be like a stop
on
there
Christmas Eve. Yeah, there would always be, and only certain people were allowed to use the bathroom to get a snack there.
Yeah.
we'll get to the route. Like,
Yeah.
we'll walk you through as much as we remember of Night of
Okay, great.
and the flash memories of Night of. We're building.
Great.
We're cruising through the timeline. Right now we're
I was
in
just
mid-December.
thinking of Uncle Icky's parties.
But Uncle Icky's party happened
because
a little bit again on Christmas Eve. Yeah. However, nobody wanted to be. Oh man, that stop was always interesting because nobody wanted to be stuck at the house, but somebody had to man that house. And so sometimes that's when we would get a sighting of Uncle Icky's sister, who we would all go hug and be so excited to see because we never got to see her.
Yeah.
Because they kicked her out.
Yeah.
But that's none of my business. I remember them sticking her there and being like, you get to man the house. Like, but you only get the party. You only get the actual parade for a few minutes.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And then, I think 15 minutes was the stop max at Uncle Icky's.
Yeah. I would even say 10 maybe.
Yeah.
But it was really, it was like not.
It was always
long.
it was a quickie. And then, oh God, yeah. Before we go, okay, so there was that.
You can go back.
But like,
please go back.
The Christmas party itself, mid-December Christmas party.
Yeah.
It was a really weird place where it was like, they were always trying to sniff out new couples at the Christmas party.
Wow. Yes. Say that. I was like, what was the vibe? Like, why was there like a vibe?
There was a weird, like, horny
vibe at the Christmas party. Yes.
And again, we were kids being like, the fuck? What's that smell?
Yeah.
Pepe Le Pew.
Literally. because I remember being a kid and like looking at all of the like couplings that was happening.
I was like, oh, these people, this girl's sitting on this guy's lap at this party. Yeah. I've never seen them together before. And then all the pastors would like be like tittering about it.
Yeah, it was.
Did you see so and so next to so and so? Oh, I wonder if they're gonna.
Yes, it was the place to. I'm realizing like shit like that never happened at
the
living
room.
Yeah.
And also, like, it was like approved couples. Like
when you said debauchery.
You only displayed PDA at the Christmas party if you got it checked out. Otherwise, you were in a broom closet somewhere.
Yes, or
you didn't sit at the fire pit with somebody you didn't submit to sit next to at the fire pit.
Yeah. But flirting would happen in a way.
Oh yeah,
that was almost Shiloh-like.
It was showtime. It was all the showmances.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yep.
Showtime, baby.
It was showtime. Super horny showtime.
Super horny showtime. And again, like, like
gross. I was a child.
Uncle Icky was the like horny king of Christmas. And like he had his horny Christmas crown, and the Christmas party was the shining jewel in the horny Christmas crown. Like, because the Christmas truck was the big event, but like the party was where it was like where it went down.
Yeah.
You know? And like dynamics, okay, it's where the roll of the die happened, where it's like the dynamics of Christmas Eve were determined at this secret debaucherous party that happened a couple weeks before Christmas Eve. Yes. Whatever mood that pervade the dancers, the security, the whatever, the choo-choo, the fucking Uncle Icky of it all. Like, whether or not we had a banging after Christmas truck Eve party or not, dynamic often got kind of like determined. It was like Groundhog Day. It was like, if the Christmas party this year is extra horny, then we're gonna have fun on Christmas Eve, and we'll get to stay up late, and like all our parents will be drunk, and we'll just get to have some time to go watch The Simpsons in the back, and it'll be really fun.
And this will be now it's our Christmas.
Now it's kids time.
Kids time Christmas. Yeah.
Totally. Yeah, like and also like again, like I remember because again I was just this weird observer. Like the weird photographic and like audio like soundbite memory that I have of just events and moments and vibes of like being like, oh, this is the new like couple this year. And then I'd watch, because like I think the year that I started dancing was the first year they had male dancers too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And there was a line of boys in the back behind all the girls who would dance behind everybody and then come up into the lines for certain dances.
For certain, yeah.
And so like showmance, baby.
Yep.
And so like you could tell like who would be hyped to dance with who. And like it was just this whole like I was trying to I was an autistic kid trying to understand human dynamics and being like, how do I, because like, yeah, I was just like, what is this? Like, what's going on here? And like just watching everybody do their things. And I was like, this is crazy. And you could tell if somebody was upset about who sat next to who at the fire at the Christmas party, then they were going to be a weird dance partner on Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
And
like you said, the pastors tittering in the corner because they wouldn't outright stop anything.
Okay, so
they would just fucking sit there and talk about it, and then you'd be in trouble later.
Okay, which leads me nextly to my
nicely to my nextly.
Nicely to my nextly. Jesus Christ. No, I have an experience that is exactly that. So, as a somewhat adult, I was like 19 or 20.
Okay.
I was under 21.
Yeah.
But over 18.
Yeah.
So I was like, yeah.
Rough.
What a time.
Rough.
I'm here now. I'm here now.
I'm here now.
There was like a guy that like I was talking to and I told the pastors and they were like, no. And I'm like, okay, fine. No. Whatever. But then the Christmas party rolls around and like I'm doing dishes for hours, and this kitchen, I shit you not, is like 40 square feet maximum. Like it is like
yeah. Yes.
Like it was like 4 feet, maybe like 6 feet wide max by like by like I'm 8 to 10 feet long.
Are we counting that little alcove?
No.
Okay.
Because that was always full of stuff. You weren't putting clean dishes there. You couldn't put dishes there.
Okay, then yes.
There was soda and like drink mix and like sometimes a bar set up right there.
Yeah.
So not the alcove, but
the kitchen itself.
Like you walk into this little kitchen and it's like, yeah, it's really narrow and not very like I think it's like 8 feet long, like 8 to 9 feet long. Maybe a little, like maybe I'm wrong, but it felt really small, especially on Christmas Eve. But like
when it was packed with people and stuff,
and like the dishes, you had to wash other people's dishes because it was kind of potluck style, and so some people would bring stuff, and then you'd have to wash their dish and get it back to them.
Yeah,
but there was nowhere to put it, so you'd have to like go hunt down a person and be like, "Here's your dish." And so I'm in the kitchen. It's my dish shift. And I just finished cleaning and drying a huge glass, like a crystal eggnog bowl. And
I know the one.
The guy I liked and another friend of mine are standing in the kitchen chatting, and like they are standing next to the only open counter space in the kitchen. And I'm holding this like the sink is now full again with like chafing dishes and other shit. Like I can't put the crystal eggnog bowl back in the sink, and I can't put it in the alcove, and there's a laundry machine over there and I can't put it there, and then there's the stove which is in use.
Yeah.
It's just this one little corner across from the fridge, and these two people are occupying that space. And my pastor is like in the room, and I go, "Excuse me, guys," and I step in between the guy I liked and my friend to set this huge crystal bowl on the only piece of counter space. And then they continue talking like nothing happened, and then I go back to washing dishes, And that's what I thought happened.
And that's what I thought happened.
And then I get pulled aside. Like, I get pulled off of dish duty, like early. They're like, Leandra, can you come talk to us?
Jesus.
And I was like, what? And my pastor goes, don't think I didn't see that. And I was like, what are you talking about? I didn't see what? Like, and she's like, don't think I didn't see you interrupt a conversation when we told you you're not allowed to date him and he's talking to another girl who might want to date him, and you stepped right in between their conversation and you physically separated them. Like, I didn't know that I would ever see you be so jealous. I didn't even know you could be that jealous, Leandra.
Jesus fucking Christ.
And I was like, am I? Also, full disclosure, I was like, I'm not jealous because I know he doesn't like her. Like, sorry not to dunk on him, but like,
God.
I was so confused, and I was just like, again, I can't date this guy. Okay.
Yeah.
You said so. Like, I'm going to do my best to not date this guy. And but again, I was just like, I thought I was doing dishes. I thought
that's what I thought happened.
But like, I know I am not the only one who got that kind of weird, like,
Totally.
hey, I'm going to pull you away from the thing that you're doing because I saw something that I can speculate on. And if this wasn't intentional, I'm going to make it intentional. And if it's not, then you're going to have to do something for me to prove it, or you're going to agree with me, and maybe this is an in you've been looking for. Like, did I just open the door for you? Like, I felt like the power play of like some of the pastors of like, I'm opening the door for you to date. Like,
oh, totally.
You know,
totally,
like,
totally,
totally. Oh, I saw that, and like, that might be okay. Like, see where that goes, or like, hey, no, that's off limits. And like, I would,
God,
like,
the way that they really did push and pull people around towards and away from relationships in a way that was like not only fucking confusing, but it really made you question how you felt at all times. It's like I was like,
did I do that?
Yeah.
Did I do?
Exactly. I was constantly being told how I felt about things.
Yeah.
And I was like,
let me tell you how to think about this.
Really? I'm jealous? Like you said, like I
was like, I'm pretty sure I know what jealousy is. It's when somebody eats the thing I was about to eat. This is not that. Somebody takes the last fucking donut in the break room. That's not what I was feeling.
God, yeah. It was rife with that kind of behavior.
A lot of manipulation took place. Like,
yeah.
I speculate, but I can't. I'm also speaking from experience.
Yeah.
Like but
That's
again,
speculation.
Well, yeah. I just a lot of manipulation took place.
Yeah.
Not speculating, stating from experience.
Yeah, totally.
And yeah, like there was pressure we were talking about earlier, like a minute ago, the pressure to like look good.
Yeah.
But like,
yeah, I was saying, I remember like getting dressed up and I felt really good and I looked really good and I took a bunch of pictures of myself before I left, and I look back at those pictures and I remember thinking like, who is this even for? Why? I'm not interested in anybody at the Christmas party. Like I'm not dressing up for anybody else, and I'm
20,
fucking I was literally fucking 17 at the time, I'm thinking, or maybe 18. And I was like, I'm wasting this. But like I would really think like, who is this even fucking for? And then now remembering that feeling, I was like, oh, that was very much on purpose.
It was kind of like Bridgerton, like the season.
Yeah.
Like, oh, like the ladies get dressed up and the men are in their finery and you dance at the ball in front of your chaperones. But it like, except with like tons and tons of booze. So much booze.
So much booze.
Yeah. So, there was a lot of that.
Yeah.
A lot of pageantry.
Yeah.
A lot of like, well, who is this for?
Yeah.
And it was because Uncle Icky liked the show. It was all a show, and like I got all the hottest girls at my party. They're all underage. Like, okay, Jeffrey Epstein. Like, calm down, buddy. Like, good God. It was, yeah. Not to, no, you know what? No, I'm fine making that comparison. Like, I feel like if Uncle Icky had the power and the money, like it would have been unlimited pig potential, to quote Tom Segura.
Unlimited pig potential is great.
So now it's the day after the Christmas party. Always a Sunday morning. Always church hungover. Always, and like. Always a mess to clean up at the party too. Like there was a Sunday afternoon cleanup crew often for the party. But yeah, like that service nobody remembers what happens the day after the Christmas party. No one remembers that service.
No. And then likely if you're not going to clean up something else, you're going back to TLW
to work on the truck.
Yeah.
Because it's okay, like, I don't know if anybody remembers how Christmas lights used to work, where, like, if one bulb is out, all the bulbs don't work. Like, the bulbs. Oh, my God, the horror of the bulbs.
Check every bulb.
Clean every bulb. Check every bulb. Untangle thousands of strings of lights every year. And that was always that was the bitch work. That was like, give it to the fucking kids. Like, give it to the kids and that one guy. You know? Every year, thousands and thousands and thousands of bulbs. Ah,
So
the bulbs.
Many. The bulbs. The bulbs. The bulbs abound.
And like, oh God, I'm like I'm holding the cardboard box that it came in and like seeing the state that it's in and being like, oh God, okay, like this is a red strand. Okay, this is for the front cab.
Yeah.
Okay, we got to move this over here and this one's going to be okay. Like we plug it in. Does it work? No. Okay,
No.
Now proceed to check. Get one that you know works and check every single slot. And then there were ones that were like baked into the sets that were like hot glued into the sets. That was a fun, like I do remember that task of like, ooh, hot glue the things into the sets and then you get to re-hot glue it in. But those were hard to change. Had to check those. So yeah, like a lot of work is still going into the truck. The cab usually got rented like, 48 hours before max.
I was going to say like
max.
Maybe 2 days before. Yeah. Maybe 2 or 3.
And like
maybe.
Sometimes the day before, but they would always do a big sound check on the 23rd. They would get the cab and they'd pull the whole truck out and we would decorate the cab. That was always like a big, okay, the cab has arrived. We got to decorate the cab. Put tinsel, put lights, a lot of duct tape, and then a lot of Goo Gone to make sure the cab was pristine afterwards.
Afterwards, deconstructing that part was to get it back to the rental spot was always...
Immediately. And then big sound check, and then it was show day. Show day came, and people would start showing up at TLW around 11.
Yep.
11 a.m. If you had a job... So help you, Gob. You had to be there if you had to be there.
Yeah.
Like, if you fuck your life, you're coming to Christmas.
Yeah.
But it's not for you because we don't believe in Christmas.
The final work day is really what it was. It was
making sure, all systems are go.
Yeah.
And then it was transportation. It was driving the train, the choo-choo.
Getting the
choo-choo. The choo-choo took side streets. The choo-choo
could not go
on the freeway. The choo-choo left early. And then it was get the truck out. Get the truck out of here. And then the Suburban filled with stuff. And usually there would be a couple people. Usually one woman would make these on what's a unit of measure that I could use here for the amount of sandwiches that was made by like 2 people, like max, like the sandwiches. They were these little rolls.
How many dozens of sandwiches do you think?
Oh God, I truly have no.
I really think it had to. Okay, so like
it was at least 200 sandwiches.
I was gonna say it had to at least be 200 sandwiches because They were coveted because you only got fucking one.
Sometimes you got two in the night. If
you
you're
were
lucky, you get two little sandwiches. And like, it was at the end of the night when they were like, oh, we were stingy. And then they're like, we have like 60 left.
Yeah.
And all the dancers are like, turkey.
Yeah.
And there were these little turkey mayo sandwiches. And like, sometimes they had like a little cranberry or mustard or something, like a little zingy, nice little tangy something. And like, on mile 6, you get a fucking sandwich and you're like, yeah, I'm on top of the world, baby.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and you had to, before the truck started, also you had to do all the things at TLW, and then hopefully you better have brought all of your dancer shit, because then you had to quick change
TLW would be locked up.
Yeah.
And you could not get back in.
Yeah, so you had to be sure that you were ready to quick change into your Christmas truck outfit and put your fucking red lipstick on and your
the red lipstick,
your glitter and your fucking shit, and then
and then everybody
get to North Hollywood, get to H-Salt fish and chips. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. So everyone would meet up at H-Salt.
Place to park.
Oh yeah, good luck finding a place to fucking park.
Yeah.
My favorite thing, within the first 2 blocks, we would set off at least 2 car alarms.
Oh yeah.
Like,
oh yeah.
Everything starts. So like, like sun starts to go down. Dancers get into position. It's that time of
That's
year.
always what it would start with.
Oh man. Fucking the snow machine on the back of the truck that would pelt us in the face.
Gonna say, the
bubbles.
You better pray that you are not in the front 2 rows specifically, but it's all of the dancers.
No, you're inhaling soap bubbles the entire time.
If you're in the back, you are the luckiest because you are getting the least amount of bubbles.
But you get no spotlight, baby.
But you get no spotlight, but I'm okay with that.
I know. Same.
Because then I wasn't blinded.
Dude.
And I could see what the fuck was going on. I was like, yep, put me in the back. I am back corner.
I was always somewhere in the middle. Oh man. But then, so yeah, like we'd start rolling, and like they had a little medley in the beginning that it would like, oh man, yeah, and it was a whole thing. And then so we're rolling, sun's down, we're starting to cruise the streets, the narrow lanes of North Hollywood Toluca Lake.
Yep.
Yeah, it was, we would always like, we'd go a few blocks, and then there would be like a little 3-minute stop for people to come out and bring their families and bring their kids and bring their eggnog out from Christmas dinner, because we started rolling around.
And you could hear us from blocks away.
Yeah.
We were so loud. So people
would be waiting. People would line the streets.
Yep.
And like, we're waving, we're dancing. People liked the dancers a lot.
People liked the dancers a lot. We didn't talk about the costumes yet either.
We haven't talked. Okay. Yeah, you're right.
The costumes. We had the same ones since the beginning, basically, until the very last 2 years.
Like polyester fleece.
Fucking, it's a top and a skirt.
And that was like, they made those in like the early 2000s. And before that, there was a different uniform was like,
you're right.
Crustier.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
I only ever had 2, I guess.
We had 2. You're right. Oh shit.
2 because we had the 2 years of
but I think
the new costumes.
At one point it was just a turtleneck, a white crew neck sweater, and like a red skirt.
Yeah, you're
right. With white tights and red socks and white shoes.
Yeah.
And then they got these like little
the fleece
red
ones.
They had these little red things. Yeah. And then we got these fleece things. These polyester fleece things with like a white collar. We'll show pictures and video in our video version.
But basically, you'd get sized every year. It was the same
because they only made
24 costumes.
They only made like 40 costumes or something, or 30 something costumes, and they made it for a certain set of girls, and then you just had to be the closest. Like, I hope you're somewhere close to the measurements of this other girl that stopped dancing.
Yeah.
Good luck.
And here's your safety pins.
Yeah. Oh God, the safety pins, because those skirts would fall right down.
Oh yeah, you had to safety pin it.
You had to safety pin it twice. I would safety pin it 2 to 3 times, and my skirt fell down almost every year.
Yeah.
And then I had these little horrible white bike shorts underneath my 2 layers of white tights, red socks, and white shoes.
But yeah, the dancers were famous enough that I went out on a date as an adult. Went out on a date in somewhere in Burbank, and then it came up. The Christmas truck came up, and I was like, "Oh yeah, I'm a dancer on the Christmas truck," and he was like, "You're a dancer on the Christmas truck?" And I was like, wow. Wow. This is nuts. It felt weird. It felt so weird because it was like paths crossing, like
worlds
colliding exactly is what I mean. Worlds colliding, because I was like, I thought on this date with this guy I met on Hinge or at a bar or something, I fucking totally separate life that I'm trying to keep from church and everything that's in it.
He knows about a thing.
But he knows about a thing.
He knows about a thing.
Enough to the degree of like to be so excited.
Yeah.
To be so excited to be on a date with a Christmas truck dancer.
That's so crazy.
It was fucking bizarre.
That's surreal.
It was surreal. It was a weird kind of like not fame that I was like, what is this? What? Why? What?
Recognition.
Yeah, weird. Anyway, Christmas truck dancers were...
Everybody liked the dances.
They were the hotties.
Everybody loved the dances. We had a few Santas. 2, I think only two Santas.
The OG
Santa, who
was my favorite,
was the one. And then there was Santa number 2, who was there as well.
Mm-hmm.
And also was present.
Mm-hmm.
And there was a Mrs. Claus at one point, and then that stopped for a minute, and then Santa number 2 got married, and there was a Mrs. Claus again.
Yeah.
And then
we had mice.
We had these little cute micey mice, and those were usually people who like they were kind of crowd control.
Yes.
Like they
would stand
cute
usually
ladies who were really sweet, but also like could stop a kid from running under the candy cane stripe looking wheels.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. They would stand usually
on the sides of the truck.
Sides of the back sides of the truck to do crowd control. And also they would kind of run interference with security as well, and
for the
with
dancers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 100%. They had a whole job. Like it was a lot. It was a lot of work.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then there were kids.
They were working mice.
Damn right.
Yeah, and then we had the gingerbread kids.
So yeah, I was a gingerbread kid as a baby, and then I
elves,
had to pass on that costume. Yeah, and then there were little elves, little green elves, and then there were candy cane striped kids.
Mm-hmm.
And Stasia and I posted a picture of that actually before season 1.
Oh yeah, that's true.
We'll
that's on
repost.
My Instagram. Yeah, we should repost that one.
But
good one.
Yeah, there was the candy cane kids. And then
the snowflake
girls. Yeah, eventually there were their costumes kind of looked like the dancers. But all these kids would hand out candy canes. Mm-hmm. There was just like mountains of candy canes in these little baskets that like, and usually the kids would walk with their parents or like a chaperone, and they'd be distributing.
Well, a lot of the times those kids' parents had jobs.
And so it was a chaperone.
Totally. Like I remember Sweet Dee
Dee,
walking with us all the time. I love Dee Dee.
Rest in peace, Dee Dee.
Rest in peace, Sweet Dee Dee. I love you so much.
Yeah.
But yeah, she would walk with us all the time, and that was always so much fun. I remember that being really good times.
I have mixed memories.
Fair enough. Because I got to be with you more often.
That's true.
We didn't get to be together as dancers. They would always separate.
Oh yeah, because we would giggle, and they didn't
like us having fun.
No, none of that.
Yeah. But that was when we actually got to like walk the truck together and do that a little bit more. That was.
And I only got to do Candy Cane Girl for like 2 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, crazy. Okay, I forgot about that.
Was that the full list?
I think those were all the characters. Again, then we had our Frosty and our Rudolph.
And Frosty Rudolph, yes.
Yeah. Train driver was one of our friends, another of our friends' dads, and your dad.
Yeah, my dad was the.
And then also
Choo-choo.
Sometimes Gary's secretary.
That's right. I forgot. That's also true.
That's true.
It's also true.
Yeah. Yeah. There was
I forgot about that.
Choo-choo drivers. Yeah. We danced and we danced and we danced in the streets and we danced the night away and
for 11 full miles.
Like your feet would start to hurt around
you got
mile
1
4.
break.
I
remember getting
they changed it in years later because I think there were complaints.
Well, yeah,
because we got 1 break.
Got 1 break for 11 miles.
Yeah,
exhausting.
A lot. And again, like if you got fucking God help you if you had to go to the fucking bathroom.
Truly.
You were not allowed. Like no, like you just there was 1 bathroom. It was on the back of like the truck was like quite long, and you would go up the stairs to get on the truck. Usually they're like moving. You got to take a little running hip hop.
Yeah.
Get on those stairs, and they're like, ooh. You have to like. Oh man. The amount of people crammed onto this truck.
You had to like squeeze your ass past
through people.
So many people.
And then often wait for the bathroom. And the longer you had to wait for the bathroom, like sometimes they'd be like, they need you back there and you wouldn't get to go.
Yeah. Yes.
And you'd have to go back to your line.
Yes.
But like.
And it would go like row by row.
And the dancer costume was not easy to go to the bathroom.
No, because there was underwear, then tights,
then again,
then tights again.
We was
then
always
bike shorts on top of those tights.
Yeah.
Then your skirt that is safety pinned on.
Safety pinned to hell. And sometimes your shirt
that is longer,
tucked in,
and long and tucked in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like,
because you had the turtleneck that was tucked into the skirt,
and then like you're in a moving porta potty.
yeah.
And it's like,
and a skirt that you don't want to get on the gross fucking floor.
Don't let it touch the floor.
So you can't.
You're holding it. You're clutching it.
Yeah.
Again, God help you if the truck stops.
Oh shit! Then you're gonna hit your head on the door.
You're flying off that toilet, and your head goes into the door. Because your hands are holding all your stuff, your skirts and everything, and you're just like, your face is what stops you.
Yeah.
And then again, if you're sitting there and the truck starts, you're getting sloshed. I'm so sorry, you got sloshed. And then there's not nearly enough toilet paper to deal with it.
Never.
You got sloshed, and like, now you gotta go dance and hope you don't get a fucking UTI. Like,
I hated every second of that.
Here
every second of that description.
Here on Too Much Information, the podcast, we're happy to disappoint you with tales of our moving porta potty time.
Disgusting.
Okay.
Oh man,
there was a little thing of like Purell, or before Purell, it was like rubbing alcohol or some sort of hand sanitizer thing.
Yeah.
In the porta potty. That was the only thing that you could use to get whatever was on you off.
Yep.
Once the slosh occurred, because it was inevitable. Like at least 60% of the people who used that bathroom had to experience some form of that.
It was awful.
So the truck is moving along, and you have to now you have to push your way back through all the carolers, and like sometimes you have to wait because like there's a certain moment where it's like, no, this is the carolers' moment to shine. Like you can't be pushing your way through the thing. And then so you're just like, and then sometimes that you'd be on the back of the truck, and it's like, we're going through an intersection now. And you have to watch all the dancers sprint. And you're like, sorry guys, I'm standing on the back of the truck.
Yeah.
Watching all my friends run for their lives. Often a third of the way into the night, maybe halfway through, there would be the news.
Yeah.
The news would come.
Fox 11, 10 o'clock news.
Oh my God. Whoa. Yachi. With Hal Eisner.
Hal Eisner.
So Hal some lucky ladies. Sometimes I think I got to do it once.
I did it a ton.
You did it because you're hot. But like,
well, they also always put me in the back, so they would always just take the last couple rows of girls.
Yeah, that's true.
And so
they would have some dancers come stand behind Hal Eisner and around Hal Eisner as he was like, all right, I'm here at the Magical Christmas Caroling truck and it's Christmas Eve and some people like to go caroling. And like, we're like, yes, that's what it is.
Yeah, we're here
this. Consensually.
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah, so that was always a moment.
And then like somebody would tape the news and there'd always be a little clip of the Christmas truck in the news, and that was for years and years and years. And then there was a big interview one year with Uncle Icky.
That
on the
year
news
was crazy. Yeah, because I think that was the 25-year anniversary.
I think you're right.
Yeah,
I think you're right.
Yeah.
So yeah, the news stop was a big deal always.
Mm-hmm.
And then there were a few. Yeah, there was the Uncle Iggy's house stop. There was sometimes there was a few stops. There were some celebrity house stops.
Yeah. There was a few celebrities on the route that we would stop in front of, and Uncle Icky would go talk to them usually. Or the video
crew later. Yeah, my mom got to do that. She got to go into people's houses and like they'd invite her the crew in for like a drink. Yeah. My mom went into David Koechner's house.
Is that Champ Kynes?
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, we had quite a few celebrities on the route.
Yeah.
And then it was over. And then you finally got back to
we get to H-Salt Fish and Chips and like you see, dude, like, okay, I had the houses and apartment complexes memorized for the last, like, as soon as I saw a certain house.
Yeah.
I was like, oh.
Then the energy spiked back up because you were like home
you did
stretch.
The best dancing of your life.
Yeah, certainly
in those
of
last
the evening.
20 minutes.
Yeah, totally.
Because you realized I'm homeward bound, baby.
Yeah.
And like we'd run across that intersection, the big 3-way intersection.
Yep.
And like cars are honk, 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 and like everyone would be like woohoo, and I'm like, I don't know if they're honking for support. Like maybe they're like,
don't be mad.
Yeah, we'd always be like, sorry.
No, I think a lot of people liked it though.
People liked it, yeah. It was a big fucking party
because they watched a
parade, big rolling parade party.
Yeah. They watched a parade going directly by their cars in the middle of North Hollywood. So I would imagine,
and it'd be like
on Christmas Eve
night. Hey, holy, hey.
Where all the car alarms were setting off. Yeah. Yeah.
It was a good time.
What a nightmare.
And by a good time, I mean it was an experience.
It was an experience.
It happened.
Yeah. Yeah. And so then we would head back to TLW and get the truck back. And
then you had to de-decorate the truck cab itself.
Right.
ASAP, because usually it had to be returned to the facility first thing in the morning.
Yeah.
At like 6 a.m.
On Christmas Day, which is like, what? Why anyway?
Because nobody wants to pay for the truck rental.
Yeah.
No.
I know. I know why.
On Christmas Day.
Like, on Christmas Day.
Yeah.
That would be the first step, is kind of like get that ready to bring back. And then it was also
sometimes, yeah, again, the vibe of the year was always kind of predetermined, like, but sometimes it was still like everyone would show up, be like, huh?
Yeah.
Are we doing something?
Is this going to be fun? Is the whiskey and the wine going to be brought out? Are we hanging out here? Are we going to go to Timmy's?
Timmy Nolan's.
Are we going to go to Timmy Nolan's?
Which is not someone's house. It was a bar on Riverside.
Yes.
Yeah, it was. And it is now currently Mrs. Robinson's Irish Pub.
Boo.
Which, I'm sorry.
I miss Timmy's.
They took out the disgusting green ceiling. Mm-hmm. and the carpet
and the red carpet.
They made it look like a Buffalo Wild Wings in there, and it was like it lost all its charm.
Yeah. It used to be this awesome Irish pub with a fucking dumb waiter.
It had a dumb waiter.
Because it was 2 stories and the kitchen was on the bottom floor. So
there was a bar on the top and a bar on the bottom,
Yeah.
and like it had all these like little cozy alcoves and like
big booths,
yeah, and like booths, not boobs. But there were boobs there too. But
Mine sure were.
Yeah. There was 2 bathrooms for a big place.
Yeah.
But so
yeah, so
often the party would end up there because it was one of our trusty homies' birthdays on Christmas Day.
Yeah.
And like it was actually several of our trusty homies' birthdays. We love those people. But like there would be some celebratory, like, hey, like it's this guy's birthday. We're gonna go drink beer.
Yeah.
Because this guy is beer guy and he's cool guy. And so everyone would go party. But like sometimes that would be at TLW and it would be this like, oh, the after party, like, ooh, cool. Everyone's a little sweaty. But then again, like everyone everyone's
still pretty amped because you're just pumping all of this adrenaline through your body the whole time. You
get your second wind.
Yeah, your second, because again, we knew we were done, and then
you know you're gonna hurt tomorrow.
Exactly, you know you're gonna hurt tomorrow, and you know that there's something going on.
Yeah, you know that there's something going on.
Something going on, whether that's we're literally just all gonna take the cab down together, or we're going to Timmy Nolan's, or we're going to TLW to drink, or whatever. But there's
somebody's cooking.
Somebody's cooking. Yeah. We're all gonna get fucking a fuck ton of Taco Bell, and then just go back
or Jack in the Box tacos.
Yeah. There's always something cooking, and you did. Yeah, exactly. You knew that the next day was just gonna be filled with pain. So.
Yeah. So like Christmas Day was always a wash.
Yeah.
Because
totally.
You're like, I blew my wad on Christmas Eve.
Totally.
I have nothing left for Christmas Day.
Yeah.
So some people would still have stuff with their family, but like they were barely present because like you're dead. Like
there was a couple friends that we had that would go down to San Diego. Or like go to drive somewhere on Christmas Day to actually try to be with their fucking family finally. And I would be like, I am so sorry that you have to make this drive tomorrow. I'm so sorry that you have to get up, feel like shit, and then drive to another part of the state. Or otherwise.
There was one year where there was no party. There was nothing. It was like this. There were some years where it was a stone cold bummer.
Yes. And I remember
those years were
most of all.
So weird because it was like, wait, where's the party? Like, why isn't everybody happy that we did this thing together? Aren't we supposed to be celebrating that we did this thing? And it's like,
the show's over,
guys. Everyone's bummed the fuck out. We're like,
and
okay.
In fact, not even just bummed the fuck out, but fucking angry.
And like punching down.
Yes, angry and punching down. And so you just wanted to get the fuck out of there.
Yeah.
And you were like, it was so much more devastating because usually there was something, any kind of eventful and fun, and some kind of, like you were saying, after party. So then when it was the
reward after the work.
Exactly.
Because like then dancing for 11 miles is not the reward after all those weeks of work.
Exactly. Let me go party with my friends.
Let me see my friends.
Yeah.
And like again, like the games of hide and seek we had, and then later the fucking like really wonderful conversations that we got to have, or like those moments that was like, oh, I will always treasure those little moments that I got to have in celebration after this big fucking thing happened.
Yeah, totally.
And then the years where it was like, I remember one year there was a stomach flu going around. I got it from one of my audio friends, and like, oh man, like we talked later and he's like, I lost 9 pounds, and I was like, I didn't eat for 4 days. And we were kids. Oh God, yeah, we were like teens. It was like we didn't have 9 pounds to lose.
Yeah.
And like, oh man, that was a weird one. And then there was like, yeah, there was years where it was like dead quiet, shut down. You get like it was like someone was like shooing you out of there, but I don't know, it was really like
totally. And now I look back and I really wish I would have remembered which specifically like what years those were.
Yeah, what was Uncle
because
Icky
I
up
want to
to?
know exactly
what was he dealing with?
What was the bigger thing that was going on that actually was the reason it was a bummer and everyone was upset, or it was actually a great fucking time because someone was getting away with something, or you know what I mean, like.
And then there was literally the years in the early years where it was like, oh, who died?
Yeah,
literally someone died.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, like
totally.
it was such a man, I'm trying to think of the way to phrase this, a wild oscillation of high and low emotion.
Yes.
Like the highs were so high and the lows were so low.
Yeah.
And it was, you had to experience all of it the whole time.
Yeah.
And like whatever was the prevailing vibe of the year was what was going on. But again, like we were saying earlier, like you had to pretend that the grief wasn't happening.
Right.
You couldn't acknowledge the grief. You just got shit on.
Yeah. 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 Totally.
One silly anecdote. There was the one year where at Timmy Nolan's, the end of year party happened at Timmy Nolan's, and I was in my dancer costume, and I was waiting in line for the bathroom for a really long time. And I waited for the women's bathroom, but there was like a situation going on in there, and I was like, because you just tried whatever bathroom was available.
Yeah,
like,
there was only two. There were two one-stall bathrooms for a huge bar. So.
And it's Christmas. It was Christmas Eve.
Christmas Eve.
And the men's, I'm like waiting for the men's room. I'm like, maybe the Coffee Bean is still open. It's like maybe they're open till midnight. Like I don't know. And I walk out to the Coffee Bean and it's closed. And then I come back and I'm at the back of the line, and then everyone clears out and goes somewhere else. And I'm like, what happened? And then like somebody fucking painted the men's bathroom with their vomit. And I had knocked on that door earlier and received a sorry.
Someone's in here.
Come to find that man is now my brother-in-law.
Yeah.
I'm now married to the guy who was standing outside the door smoking a cigarette that I apparently walked past.
Yeah.
In a Christmas costume.
Well, he said chain smoking cigarettes because he was waiting for his brother for
20 minutes.
Half hour. Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. So the magic of Christmas.
Magic of Christmas.
And yeah. All
so
of its
funny.
fluids.
That's so funny.
That was just a weird little like
chips in the night.
Yeah. Being on the other side of that and like hearing the story from the other side at like a family dinner. I was like, hey, wait a minute. Wait, you guys used to go to Timmy Nolan's on Christmas Eve? You're the guy who threw up in that bathroom that year? Oh my God. It's great. I love my family.
Small world.
Small
fucking world.
So yeah, it's still that time of year, I hope. So you'll see the YouTube version of this. We'll have some images and some clippies that we have scrounged from places.
Mostly from Sandra.
Mostly from my mom. Yeah. Thank you, Mom.
Yeah. And like we said previously, please leave a comment or on our YouTube or our Instagram, or you can go to our website and
you can
write us a message. But
messages there.
We would love to hear any and all Christmas caroling truck or
horror stories, bizarro stories, celebrity stories,
celebrity sightings. We're gonna try to read a few of them. Yeah, for a little mini-sode for. Just to keep us happy during the holidays.
Yeah, we gotta hear. Yeah,
you keep us happy during the holidays.
Yeah,
just kidding.
Yeah, let us know your thoughts and your stories. And this was our blow by blow from memory memories of Christmas truck past. And it's presently that time of year. And just everybody who's not dancing in a Christmas parade on Christmas Eve, your congratulations to us.
I'm happy for us all.
We will celebrate together and not get the stomach flu.
Great. Love that for us. And have a happy holiday season. As happy as it can be.
A happy new year. Y'all better bring us some figgy pudding. Thank you for listening today. And thank you for supporting Happy to Disappoint. Check out our Instagram and Blue Sky @DisappointCast and our website, happytodisappoint.com.
Thank you, and we treasure your attention.